70, almost 80 contestants already connected. So let's wait for a couple of minutes until everyone comes, or at least this number stabilizes at some pretty fixed number. I hope everyone had good practice session today, so everything is resolved. I didn't get any big complaints about what was going on. Hope later tomorrow it will be same good way. I think we can start, and tonight we will have 4 companies presenting their ideas, their capabilities, inviting you to work with them, inviting you to start your career with them. And the first company to talk to you is Epem. This is global company having offices around the world, and it has, I think, up to 50,000 people. Unites 50,000 people. And here we have Oleg Kovalyuk, Resource Development Lab Head, who will explain about the company and explain you how to start cooperating with that company and how to start your career basically in that company. Oleg, please.
Thank you, Vitaly. Good evening, dear participants. It's a great honor and pleasure to greet you on behalf of Epem company. I also would like to wish you good results tomorrow, and I hope this experience will be useful for you and you will achieve good results. So I would like to tell you about Epem. Epem is a well-known company, but I would like to highlight some points for students and opportunities for students of our programs. So let me share my screen. As far as I see, it is present, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, we can see it.
Some facts about Epem. Epem is a world global company. The company was founded in 1993, and the first 2 offices were opened in the United States and in Belarus. And nowadays, more than 35 countries are covered by Epem offices, and the total number of Epem members is about 50,000, but it's data for the last year. I hope we will get new values by marketing, and we will see the increasable growth. So let's look to Epem in Ukraine. Epem was founded in Ukraine in 2005. There were 2 offices in such cities like Kyiv, Kharkiv, Lviv, Dnipro, and Vinnytsia. And now Epem is the largest IT company in Ukraine with more than 10,000 members, and there is ability to join Epem from different cities of Ukraine, even if the office is not present in it. And as you can see on this slide, there are many different projects for our engineers. And the clients of Epem are present in such directions like media, healthcare, financial services, insurance, and in other directions. So there is a lot of different interesting projects at Epem for the students too. And the company was awarded by different awards, and you can see the global recognition on this slide. I would like to mention that there are some key partners of Epem. For example, it's cloud providers like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and other big companies like Sitecore, SAP, and so on. And we use their technologies in our projects for our clients. And there are different projects, there are different directions, and this capability to get expertise in such areas like cybersecurity, Internet of Things, and many other. So I will tell you a little later about opportunities to join these directions, but now I would like to say that Epem is not only for business, it's for social responsibility also, and there are different activities of our members in different ways. For example, it's green events, its education projects, and participation in different communities. And in education, there are two directions, two main directions. Is, for example, eKids, program for small children, for school children with different courses of Scratch, Python, Arduino, Unity, and some others, where the Epem's members are the trainers and mentors. And Epem University program is more relevant for you, and I will tell you about it more deeply now. You can see on this slide some of our programs for the students, and you can select the program you like and the skill you would like to improve. For example, Java, front-end, DevOps engineering, mobile, and other. Some of participants of our program imagine our programs like this, but it's a joke. Of course, our programs are more friendly, and I would like to show you the standard flow of our candidates, and you can see it on this slide. The key stages of this flow are registration and screening, external training, pre-production laboratory, and the project adaptation. Let's look to the first one, registration and screening. It means that we need candidates with good skills of English, of technical skills. So there is a pre-selection on this stage. External training, it's the education itself, but in past, before COVID, these classes took place in our university laboratories. Epem has many partners universities in Ukraine, more than 30, and in past these classes were in the universities. That's why this stage is called external. But nowadays all activities are online, so you can join these programs from different cities of our countries. And there are also such programs in other European countries like Poland, like Hungary. I'm not sure about Romania, but I can ask about this if there is necessary. So it's external training, and after external training, the next stage is pre-production laboratory. It's more complicated education. It needs more time, and after that, we propose to our students project adaptation. It's a very interesting stage because the participants are combined on different teams, for example, with backend engineers, front-end test engineers, the students ones. And they use Scrum, has sprints, and mentors. Most of our project on this stage are charity projects, for example, site of Klitschko Foundation, for example, or some other projects. So after all these stages, the result of them is a strong junior engineer, software engineer, system engineer, test quality engineers, and sometimes middle. Okay, let's look to some of these stages. Registration training Epem UA is the entry point of our programs, and I would like to show you on this slide. You can look to training Epem UA, and here you can see the list of available programs at this moment. So you can see different levels of these trainings, some of them for almost juniors, some of them for students. So you can choose these programs, and each program has description. For example, .NET program, let's look to it. I can switch to this tab, excuse me. Zoom panel. Okay. Here is the description of the program, and you can see the main details of it. For example, key dates, registration dates, program start date, schedule, and so on. Also, you can see required skills of candidates, useful links, and in many cases also you can see the program of this training. There is a little delay of my screen. And here you can see the program of this training. And if you see that this program is for you, you can click register and process your participants. I would like to mention that some programs are in progress, so they are not on this list. So you can use a waiting list. For example, you can click on subscribe button, and you can see in pop-up form skills from our education programs. For example, if you are interested in Android, you can choose Android. You can type here your name, surname, email, checkbox, and submit your request. And when the registration will be opened, you will receive the letter to this email about this, and you can register to the program you would like. So this is Training Epem UA, our portal of candidate registration. Okay, and let's move back to our selection process. For example, after you click on registration button, you can pass the English test on the site, because you know English is very important in IT, of course. And this test is about 30 minutes. It's about grammar. And after the English test, you can pass technical test. And the last stage is interview with TA team. They look to your soft skills and check your speaking English. In some cases, this flow could be modified. For example, if you would like to be a UI designer, you can provide your portfolio of your work. And in some cases, you can get interview technical instead of technical test. But in most cases, the flow is like this. So we will look to this stage, registration and screening. The next stage, external training, is about 2-3 months, and almost it's 2 times a week. 2 times a week, the events, the activities could be lectures, Q&A sessions, cross-review, always tasks. And after the external training, the final interview will be, it's the key to your participation in laboratory. And the laboratory is about is more deep involved, and we are expecting from our candidates about 20 plus hours per week. But according to statistics, about 95% of our students graduated from the pre-production lab joined to. And I would like to show you this slide. Is the key links of our program for students. Trainee Epem UA I have showed you, and look to our pages on Facebook and Telegram. I think it's interesting to join to it for you, because the content is very useful. It's information about new courses. It's useful links, for example, how to prepare to interview, how to pass English test. It's our success stories and maybe failed stories. So I think it's interesting, and more than 10,000 participants and subscribers are on these pages. So I think it should be useful for you. It's the last slide of my presentation, so I can ask the question if you have them.
I'm not sure if, yeah, if people can unmute themselves, but if they can, yeah, please ask.
Okay, if you have a question in further, you can type them in our chat, and I think I can answer them later. Okay?
Yep, makes sense.
Thank you, Vitaly. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Oleg. Yeah, I hope students will, will take this opportunity to get training and get employed by Epem as a first step in their career. Next company that wants to present here on this conference is Mirotech, and Marina Narezhniak is going to do that. Marina, are you with us?
I'm here. Hello, Vitaly.
Welcome, Marina.
Thank you.
Marina is marketing director for Mirotech, and please, floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm going to try and share the screen, if that's okay. Here, I see I have that option now. Thank you.
Yeah, we can see it.
Great. You guys, I'm not going to show you a lot of slides today. I just want to make sure that you're all ready for the next part of your session here. Let me just tell you a few words about Mirotech in general, so you know what our company does. We are a global independent technical management and consulting services organization that offers end-to-end and cross-industry full service technology solutions. And they change the quality of our clients' business capabilities and help them achieve a competitive advantage in their marketplace. So that's our main goal, really, as a company. And in those 30 years that Mirotech has been working internationally, we've enabled organizations to go beyond their existing knowledge and talent pool by unlocking the potential that was previously not available to them. And our technologies range from, help desk software to AI-driven anti-money laundering detection and risk management solutions for government, tax accounting, and law enforcement. We're working with the companies ranging from US to Europe, so we cover a lot of different ground here. And because Mirotech is a full service and end-to-end technical management and delivery company, we're often engaged by our clients at different phases of innovation lifestyle. And for companies looking to innovate, create, and dominate their markets from scratch, we offer the both R&D for equity and the turnkey R&D services that enable business leaders that understand the technology. It simply means it's not an and. And we do provide the accelerated and supplemental technical management and consulting services for organizations. And that sounds really fancy, but all that means that we can provide all kinds of services, starting from QA to the technical management of super complicated projects, that can have projects inside the projects and just have a very, very complicated structure. And we also can help our clients redefine what's possible by engaging them in roadmap planning and how the technology should change the workflows and how to maximize the investment our clients make in order to change the quality of their capabilities. And that's really, in short, what MIRTech does. In terms of the company itself, we have been growing tremendously this year, and we've just opened a new office location in Cyprus, and we're planning for more locations soon. And there's a lot of opportunity in terms of pursuing your career with us, including the programs that allow you to advance your skill set under the mentorship of the senior professionals. We do have a program that's called MIRTech Talent Investment Program that allows you to ramp up your skills pretty rapidly. And we've gone remote forever in March of 2020, which allows our employees to work virtually from anywhere now. And that allows us to be more flexible as a company in general. If you like the office structure and you feel that you could benefit from working with colleagues side by side, then those people are welcome to come to the office. A lot of our employees, though, choose to work from anywhere, including the popular, you may have heard the word workation, right? Being the popular one these days, where you can go anywhere in the world and basically still do your job while sitting on the beach, sipping that coconut. But anyway, I'd like to wish you all good luck today and give it your all. Break a leg, everyone. Good luck.
Thank you, Marina. You mentioned this vacation, and people were happy about that, but then started thinking that okay, it's bad vacation and bad work. Since you can focus, you're kind of on vacation, you can focus on your work, and then it's kind of work. Right, so you can focus on your vacations. Yeah.
So one thing I would like to say about that: no matter how hard you work, when you work remotely, you really have to build up the self-discipline and self-organization. And if you're a disciplined person, you can still enjoy and have a great vacation and work. But first of all, you have to have discipline, and that doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy, no matter what is your age. So I really believe it's possible, and it's in the hands of everybody. So
yeah, it's matter of discipline. I agree, and and what are opportunities, in your company for students? Like, still, when fresh people join commercial companies, right? They need to sometimes change mindset a bit, since it's not lectures anymore, and not training, and they not always have like 10 attempts to pass something. They need to do it once, and it should work forever. So, and do you have any, special conditions for ICPC contestants? So since okay, everyone is listening us in English here, and from one side, from other side, these boys and girls, they are pretty advanced in programming. Right, so maybe you have some special, fast track, whatever that will attract them. Yeah, and maybe that question is to Oleg as well. So if he can come in.
And I'm sure that we can come up with a specific promo code that mentions that if you have become a finalist of, or even the participant of this event, you're welcome to apply to MIRTech, and you will be promoted internally, definitely. Just very briefly. We do have an internship program, and we do have a trainee program. Those are kind of a little bit of different tracks depending on what it is that you specialize on. And for example, specifically in marketing, we always have people that are joining us from a student time. When they're still doing their studies, they come on part-time as an internship into our internship program. And we basically start them working directly with the team. They don't have any specific lectures that they have to listen to, and they don't have any specific documentation that they have to review before they join the team. They just come in and they're treated as an equal, and they're provided with a very real projects that they're held responsible on. And of course we help, and we understand that it's sometimes hard to get into the swing of things when you are just used to learning in a very structured way, and then you're thrown into the project where you're not always sure whom you have to go to even ask something. That's why each of our trainees and each one of our interns also has their first line manager, who is, the point of contact where you can go and basically ask anything you want, and be, again, treated as an equal and given as much attention as any employee on the team. And the trainee program is designed a little bit more in terms of the technical skills. So for example, if you're coming as a junior person who you maybe don't have so much of a real world experience, you're basically set up with a senior team member who will be educating you and taking you through the program each step of the way, and will allow you to work on the actual real client projects where you will be able to gain that real life experience. Yet you will feel safe enough to do that because you have a senior team member working with you side by side. So those are the two major, I would say, opportunities for people who are just starting their career path. And of course, we also have, the junior vacancies that you're welcome to apply for. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. Maybe Oleg has, I think I see Oleg has shared those links where, people can reach out and find all those programs from Epem. Maybe, yeah, if you wish, you can add. Students we have here, they are, programming is really wide thing, right? You can do web design, which is also programming. You can do, I don't know, artificial intelligence, and you can do algorithms. So people who are here, they are primarily about algorithms. So do you think you have really interesting programs for these people from this perspective? So will they be able to continue studying algorithms and developing new algorithms in project that you have for young people and project you have in your company? Do you have any specific like that? Marina?
Apologies, I actually thought that question was directed a little bit towards Oleg. We had so many different projects starting over the last 3 months, I would say. A lot of them are focused on the customer experience. And of course, when you're speaking about algorithms, you're also speaking about improving people's lives with making sure that they receive the level of personalization and the level of quick delivery of services, right? That allows business to quickly respond to whatever the client needs, right? So working with algorithms is something that I think happens all the time. It's something that never stops and will continue on developing very rapidly in the next few years for sure. Mm-hmm. And I can't speak directly to all of the technical projects that we currently have, but I'm pretty sure if somebody is learning something, we will be able to utilize their services today, honestly.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Anyone in this chat has any questions to our guests? Okay, so if you can't unmute yourself, just write in chat and we will see that and address that technical issue. But yeah, if you don't have questions, then thank you very much to our guests. Next to presentations will be videos. So unfortunately, we will not have a chance to talk to those people. It will be just streaming. They are probably on that vacation now in different time zones, so can't connect here today. And first company will be Snap, and Yuri Monastyrsyn will give his speech about that company. He was a participant of ICPC World Finals in 2014 and 2015, together with his director of Ukrainian office, Alexei Mukhin. So please watch that. And after that, Mykola Ushakov will join from Huawei. Huawei is global sponsor of ACM ICPC for several years already, and they continue supporting us in future, and they support us also in this regional level. So let's see what they tell us. Not sure we have sound, but let's play with it a bit.
So first of all, I just want to congrats everyone who is attending this final and managed to get to this stage. I'm serving as Senior Director of Software Engineering at Snap at this moment, and we are building the biggest augmented reality platform out there. And augmented reality is actually exactly the area where ACM ICPC skills are very much applicable. And I want to tell you today, first of all, a short story of myself and how ICM helped me in real world. And second, I want to describe you some aspects of ICM that may be less visible and you may get only after looking back from the experience. So with that, I want to maybe quickly start with just briefing myself and my story in ICM. So I was participating in 5 SEERCs overall, starting from the very first year at my university and not even getting to the SEERC at the first stage with the team. And then growing over the course of a year, when at the course of 5 or 6 years at university, we managed to get to the final and get as high as 36th place at the last one that we were super proud of as achievement as a team. So as you can see, I'm very closely familiar with this community. I was participating obviously in offline competitions like also Code Forces, Top Coder, and everything else, in a personal one as well as a team one. So what I want to tell today real quick before jumping into the benefits that ICM brings you in the real life is quickly my story, how we make a company with actual ICM team, how we evolve and how we get to the Snap and what we are doing there right now. So at the course of from my first to the 6th year at the university, we're pretty much spending time with lots of cool people that were in that's national university, as well as all the people in the ICM, just, solving problems and preparing ourselves for the competitions. But at the 4th year, I met Viktor Shaburov, who became my co-founder at Luxury. And we decided to make something that haven't existed at that moment. We decided to make real-time video effects that in the future will be called augmented reality, but we didn't know that word at the beginning. And what was really interesting is that our first team, the team that I get, was exactly my ACM ICPC team that I was working all this year with, including my coach. So the problems that we set in front of us was actually really close to the ICM problem, if you think about that. When it comes to the real-time video processing, you usually target some performance, some frames per second that you want to achieve. And on mobile, you usually target 30 frames per second as your results. And on wearables that we just recently announced, and you can all go check, it's augmented glasses, you usually target at least 60 frames per second in processing time. If you take it back to the milliseconds, as we all do in ICM, it gives you either 33 milliseconds per frame or 16 milliseconds per frame. And what does it mean is that in these 16 milliseconds, giving all the sensors from the device, you need to understand and apply computer vision algorithms to track the position of the face, to recognize device position in the frame of reference that you're holding right now. You need to segment different parts of images, background from the foreground, hair from other parts. And that's just like one part. On top of that, you need to apply all the image processing, rendering, even machine learning generated based effects to generate the final frame. So you have 16 milliseconds to work sometimes on the full HD or even higher quality image. So you need to apply processing power that is really big. And you can utilize not only CPU as we do on ICM, but also GPU and other. But the good news is that the ICM skills are really transferable to any compute paradigm. So you don't need to worry that you program on the CPU. Once you'll start working on a GPU shading or anything else, you'll be able to pick up it really fast. So after making this first move in the augmented reality with our company, we quickly realized that we actually can solve this problem, and we can solve this problem in real time. So I haven't mentioned which kind of problem exactly we were solving. So when we meet with Victor and we take our ICM team to start working on the problem we set in front of ourselves was very simple. We wanted to achieve real-time face tracking on mobile devices. At that time, it was iPhone 5, and iPhone 5S actually appeared just 2 months after our initial company creation. So we were targeting iPhone 5. And the goal we were setting in front of ourselves is that we want to get seamless 30 frames per second processing of face tracking and face manipulations. So we wanted to modify appearance of the face. We wanted to change shapes. We wanted to add augmented items to the image. We wanted to change overall color correction. So everything that you perceive as a normal or not normal in the current cultural things that you can do on mobile at that moment hasn't existed on mobile. So we really managed to make, you know, first face masks on mobile in a year and a half. By during this time, release a product to the market on iOS and Android. And in a year and a half, we have joined Snap. Snap is the biggest camera company in the world. Snap is always open to the camera, and all our products are about camera and expressing ourselves. So Snap is really a creator community exists out there. And augmented reality and our FX was just a perfect match for Snap. So what we start doing at Snap is we start building these effects and face trackings that we build into much more global augmented reality platform. We start adding new capabilities. We start partnering with more teams who were providing a new kind of capabilities, an example, tracking of the surfaces, tracking of the large buildings. And we start building software developer tools for authoring augmented realities at called Lens Studio at this moment. So right now we have a full-blown AR platform that you can go download. We have many products, and you can actually see what has been built over this course of a year. Right now, our team grown significantly, of course, and we have still lots of ICM, ICPC participants across different teams that we're doing. It's spanning from low-level C++ to the machine learning, to the iOS and Android programming, to the backend programming, to the graphical, of course. So all desktop C++ development, so all the different directions of development, of production development that you can imagine is highly beneficial benefit from the ICPC skills. So one interesting area that I want to touch is what exact skills besides problem solving ACM actually gives you that you may not recognize at this moment. And some of you participating, you know, first year, some of you potentially already last year, but still like getting back to myself at even fifth year of participation, I wasn't fully aware of all the applications that ICM gives. So we already touched the most obvious application of ICM. You can solve complex problems really good. So one of the reasons we were able to make real-time face tracking is because obviously the demanding criteria that not everyone were able to meet is a performance. And ICM really train you to solve tasks really, really efficiently. So performing implementation was a key success to make face tracking work on devices. But what you realize after some time is that problems are everywhere in everyday world. It's not just engineering problems. If we take entrepreneurship is exactly the same problem as the one you're solving with a computer, except instead of having functions and some stub libraries and everything else, you have already established businesses, laws of the countries, you have market states, but you still need to compile algorithm from all of that. And at the end, it doesn't matter if this API is a person, a company, an email, or a function. You still combine algorithms from that building blocks that you have to achieve results that you want. So what you realize is that besides giving you problem solving skill, ACM ICPC also gives you problem statement skill. And that's actually a super undervalued skill that you get only over time when you analyze why in certain cases progress cannot be made, or a group of people making progress slower than it should be. You realize that efficient problem statement, and like remembering myself when I was starting ACM, I was reading a problem and jumping right into the solution. Took my time to think about it. I didn't took my time to recheck if I understand the problem right. So I was jumping into the solution, obviously spending tons of time in front of a computer where my teammates were not able to use it efficiently during this time. So over time, you naturally understand that, all right, you probably should think more and do less. And you should think until you completely understand the problem statement, internalize it, and then you can do the problem solution that completely matches the statement. So you solve the problem in your head, you understand the problem in your head, you solve the problem in your head, and you jump into the implementation. And that's how kind of all high performance team are doing on the contest, because you cannot waste computer time. So problem statement is another extremely important area. But then next area may be even less visible because it comes natural for you. This area is called collaboration. You are spending at least 5 hours in a one run with 2 other peoples, usually in your team. And if you spend many years, as I did with my team, at the end of your performance, you don't really need even sometimes words to communicate. Everyone knows their roles. Everyone knows what they should do. You distribute problems. Just looking at the problem, it's one person is better to solve than another, and you can discuss this idea with this person, that idea with another. And if someone tells you they can solve it, you already know the probability, high chance is going to happen. So this natural collaboration actually gives you a North Star into collaborations that you would like to see in your real life and your work life. So when you're joining teams, seek this kind of collaboration when everyone understands each other really well, when everyone knows their roles, and when you have trust in others. And that's like something we're cultivating at Snap. We are really spending lots of attention into values that our colleagues possess, and we work systematically on making sure that everyone are great collaborators, not just independent contributors, but also good team members and someone that we like to spend our time around. And jumping to the almost last benefit of ICM that I will cover today, it's not the last benefit that ever exists, but the last interesting values that you get that you also don't realize right in a place is networking, and really spending time with the smart people and people that are passionate about problem solving, about doing something interesting, doing something new and cool as much as you do. So especially right now when you cannot physically go and network with each other, but things getting back to normal, and you have your local events, you have your local contests and everything, just make new connections, spend time with people you actually really like, you like the way they think, you like what they describe, and don't spend time with the people that you don't enjoy spending the time. That's the most important thing. And at the end, people connection are the most important parts that we all have in the world, and ICM give you a chance to connect with the people that share your interest as much as you do. So that was some of my overview and reflection on the ICM. I already it was like 6 years ago last time when I was participating in the contest. No minutes, whenever I recall ICM years and experience, it's one of the best time I had. It's really energetic, it's really excited. So for whoever's joining, for just in the beginning of their journey, I just really recommend, as much as you like it, spend time on this, find people that are as motivated as you, connect with them, and let them and you drive each other. As I shared before, the benefits of this are really outstanding, but it's also super fun. So don't do it for benefits, do it for fun, but keep in mind that benefits and skills that you get are extremely applicable. And as I said, an example, augmented reality is one of the areas where even engineering and problem solving skills are directly applicable and are as hard as they get in ICM, and sometimes are even harder because you have GPU, you have tensor processing unit, you have all this extension of your work and applicable to the millions of users, in example of Snap. With that, I will finish my Exprom talk and pass to Alexei Mukhin. Thanks everyone, and again, congrats on getting here. And maybe just one last word, I just want to really thanks everyone who is involved in organization and participant management of this event. This is extremely big deal for students and for providing growth and trajectory in a career. So really big thanks to everyone who involved. I won't call everyone by name, and it's a huge teamwork. Thank you. Alexei, mic is yours.
It's actually very hard to speak after you, Yuri, because you are so inspirational. I'm not as near as their ACM participant, but I actually was national champion in physics, but in high school. And in university, I decided to go to another route, and I thought that all this my experience in competition and physics, like I would never apply in my life anymore. But it turns out when we had interview with Yuri, when we had interview with Victor, they loved this my part of experience, and I've been able to join this wonderful team in November 2016. Wow, like more than 4 years ago, I've joined Snap in Ukraine. And thanks to ACM, thanks to Yuri, we have this office, right? So this office created like because of them. So and we as the Snap, we are happy to support all you. It's not the first time, it's not the first year. Like we are supporting it every year since 2016. We are supporting, we helping to cover teams like travel expenses, and like this year is not something different for us. For teams that would need help with the travel expenses for the world final, please reach out to Vladimir. He has all my contacts, and we will help you with covering all those travel expenses. We want you to focus like on the preparation and not on their looking for a sponsor. Yeah. So I want to tell you a little bit about our company, like because Snapshot as the app is not as popular in Ukraine as some other our competitors. So before actually joining Snap, like I was not realize how big we are. So I want to tell you a little bit about our company and about our product, because I believe when you will make a choice, what company to join, you should also think about the values of the company and the values of the product. And if the values is corresponding for you, like maybe is the right fit for you. Yeah. So in Snapshot, we have 280 million daily active users, and we announced it actually 2 days ago that we have 500 million monthly active users. So like we are really huge. And for you to feel the scale that we are right now, over 75% of the US, UK, France, Italy population aged from 16 to 34 used our app. And our users share like 5 billion snaps per day. We are like one of their most used camera in the world, actually. And when you're thinking of augmented reality and just the scale of the technology that our team is creating is like 5 billion times every day, right? Like just very super quick one slide tour on our app. So like unlike other apps that open to the feed, we open to the camera, the heart and soul of their experience. We have a chat. We have a map that's also different from any other map that you probably use, because like Google Maps or Waze can tell you what the best road from the A to B using the car or public transportation. Our map is centered on you and your friends, and everything happens like around it. With the Discover, sorry, no. It should be there. So with the Discover, we have professional video studios creating the content for our Discover, and professional news organization distributing content there. So we don't have misinformation on the platform, because all the news that you see on Discover is prepared by professional journalists for you. And the Spotlight is the newest addition to our app. is where you can share your content, or you can see other content from other Snapchat users, where we do not have likes, public comments. It's very safe to use our app. We pioneered the delete by default. So all messages that you send is actually like disappeared after that. And I really like to use Snapchat for conversation with my wife and with my friends because of that. I'm chatting with them every day, and I don't like this long history of communication that I never read. So it's really communication for the moment, and like this functionality help you fill the normal conversation. We do not have public comments and public likes, so there is no judgment and no misinformation on our platform. And our guidelines were like clear and understandable from very beginning. And all those things matters to their current generation, and you are part of this new generation right now. So our platform is growing, and so does the stack of technologies that we are working on. And if you will join our team, stack of technologies that you will be working on. The team in Ukraine and like Yuri's team focuses mainly on augmented reality. And to help you understand the value we bring, there's 200 million daily active AR users, and they are using our lenses on average 30 times a day. Yuri's team also working on the product that called Lens Studio that allows our creators from all over the world to create the lenses, and there's over 1.5 million lenses were created with the Lens Studio. Today I will tell you about like very quick some of their lenses that our team created. Those lenses you probably saw, that was created by our machine learning engineers as the style transfer technology. We ran it in 2019, and it was famous sister, brother, and baby lenses. It was all over the media, and we've got massive uplift in the lens usage and the app itself because of just the 3D lens that we created. We doubled down on technology and created lenses that can turn all your face or all your surroundings into anime. Another viral face lens was cartoon. And surprisingly enough, it was widely popular with the pet parents, something that we did not expect at all. Some of those lenses you could saw in Ukraine, but today also I want to show you our work that we created with brands. And our team is working with virtually any brand you can name to create immersive campaigns like face lenses activated by certain motion or 3D character, like Deadpool here dancing some crazy dance move, and portals that can bring your entire background into immersive experience, like this creepy one that we did for Fanta. We bring to life movie posters and add AR experience to magazines, like to cover of National Geographic here. And using AR, we can help like poster heroes in store to step out into the store. We also create AR experience for events and theaters. Product presentation look awesome with our help, like this one we did for Louis Vuitton. And packaging does as well. Look how we can transform this object like this Heineken beer bottle. But one of my favorite actually is bringing to life landmarks. Here's the campaign we did for the Spider-Man movie release all over the world, in New York, Los Angeles, Paris, London. And every day we are working on the cutting-edge technologies here in Ukraine. We have official office on Snap in Kyiv, Odessa, and Zaporizhia. We are focused on augmented reality innovation, and we grown from their ACM team to their 300 employees, and we are the biggest office outside the US right now. Being part of a global company, we work in culture of truly international collaboration from thousands of team members around the world. And we really, you know, what unites us is the values of our company of being kind, smart, and creative. We are continue growing, and if you're interested, we are invited you to join the family. Thank you. Yeah, and if you have any questions, please, or in chat, or
I think guys can unmute themselves if they want to ask something.
Right,
and ask directly. Any questions, guys?
I want to briefly introduce myself. I cooperation manager of Kyiv Research Center. We established this center in 4 years ago. First of all, our center focus more on thermal engineering, but right now we extend our team to different IT projects and so on. So I want to show my presentation. So I hope right now this is presentation mode. So about Huawei. Huawei is a leading global provider of information and communication technology, infrastructure, and smart devices. We are committed to bring digital to every person, every home, and every organization for a fully connected, intelligent world. At Huawei, our innovation focused on customer needs. We also invest heavily in basic research. I want to add that this year in Ukraine, we support some like absolutely fundamental research, and we hope to achieve good results in future. Currently, Huawei has more than 190,000 employees, and 53% of them work in R&D. We have offices more than in 170 countries and regions, and in 2020 we are ranked number 49 in Fortune Global 500. No, in addition, I want to add Huawei now ranks number 3 in 2020 European Industrial R&D Investments Scoreboard. Huawei provides innovative end-to-end ICT solutions and products for information, distribution, and interaction, transmission, processing, and storages, and learning and interface to three like our customer groups. This is career business, like mobile operators. This is governments and industry, and also customers. For customers, all of you know smartphones, wearable devices, smart home devices, and so on. In 2020 was an extraordinary year for Huawei. Despite the challenges that we face in last year, we continue to grow, and our salary revenue increase up to 3.8% year by year. So we continue growth. And right now we have started building a 5G2B ecosystem. Also, we start our Huawei Cloud platform. This platform has become the fastest growing mirror cloud provider. And also we launch AI full stack software platform. And of course, we start our Harmony OS and Huawei mobile service ecosystem. Well, this is like some points that we are still top company in the world. But I won't skip some slides and maybe more focus on like our new, because many people talk about that Huawei will make their own car. So this is not true. Huawei does not make cars, but we focus on digital platforms, and we provide open ecosystem with car OEMs. So we provide software, we provide battery management, thermal management. For example, our team deal with this. Dynamics control, body control. So we provide such kind of platform. And I want to more focus on our internship. So in 2020 and 2021, we open our internship position in Ukraine. So students can apply for this position. It's hard to me to say like main directions, because as you see, we are a very global company and we have many directions. For example, some our team deal with autonomous driving. Some of our team in Ukraine deal with NLU, NLP, natural language processing, natural language understanding. Some our Ukrainian team deal with data compressions, and also you will have chance to try different directions and find that you want in future, which you want to orient in future. Also, you can join us throughout our Huawei optimization tournament that we launch together with Alga Tester.
Sorry, we have only first slide. I'm afraid that you share wrong screen.
Sorry, colleague, sorry for that. Just wait for 1 minute. What about right now?
Yes, we see right slide, I think.
Okay. Sorry, colleagues. technical problems. So you also can join us throughout our Huawei optimization tournament on Alga Tester platform that we will launch after ICPC SEERC. We open this contest, and you also can take part and get an opportunity to receive job offer from us. I want to shortly show. So as you see, last year we arranged such type of contests, and many participants from ICPC take part on it, and they win different gifts, and some of them get a job offer from Huawei. And short so this is our new contest for this year. So this year we plan increase our team for software engineering. And if you have any questions, please ask to me. I can help you. Okay, if
maybe
not,
maybe Mikola, you say where people can go if they join. I understand about pandemic, but when we met before that, you explained about, you know, if you want to go to New Zealand, you can go there. If you want to go to Antarctica, Huawei has a station there, and you can work there. So basically, it's not limited to, you know, sitting in Kyiv office or working from home, right? It's you know, as I understood, you decide what you want to do, and Huawei finds a place for you to do that, and you do it there, right? So if your interests are, you know, correlated to what Huawei does, you can do it, right?
yes, no, I want to say that unfortunately for now we provide only remote internship from Ukraine, but after pandemic we have around 30 R&D centers in Europe. This is Ireland, United Kingdom, Amsterdam, Italy, and so on. And all this team ready to invite our students for internship, for summer internship, or maybe for more than 3 months, or maybe for permanent position. Of course, this is still open. Also, China absolutely open, and we can invite as much as possible students there. So also, I want to know that this year we also launch like new project. This is project for postdoc, for PhD students, and they can go to Shanghai for postdoc position for 3 years, and we provide quite competitive salary for them. Also quite competitive for students we provide. So yes, this is absolutely possible, and we are waiting for at least vaccination, and our R&D centers in Europe waiting for our students to join them.
Yeah, I think it's not that far future. So either us, or people in Europe will be vaccinated, right? So, and then it will be not necessary to be afraid of each other. And all those regulations will be not that strict at some moment, right? And I think for students it's really important to, or you know, graduate people to, really important to go somewhere, work somewhere, see how people work, while they are not you know, bounded to the local place, right? Great. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Thanks to our guests, who, as you understand, those have been, you know, videos from our past meeting, but they still remain actual, and you can talk to Huawei and you can talk to Snap to get internship, and do it in Ukraine, do it outside, whatever is more convenient and more attractive for you. I think it was our last presentation, so if you have final questions, you can ask them here, or you can type them. They will be addressed. If not, you have all of you have instructions about when we start competition tomorrow. So 9:30, 9:35, I think, is time when we have this coordination session to make sure that everything is okay, and you will be able to start additional questions. Obviously, we do not have this workplace distribution, process, and as we used to have it when it was on-site contest. Everything is online. So I wish all the best to everyone who is here, who will participate tomorrow. I'm sure that the strongest team will win, and wish you to be that strongest team. Thank you, everyone.